What's up guys, welcome to Wasted Space and we are back once again on the Rim. And the first thing we got to do is go and rename Athol and welcome someone new into the colony. So Mr. Decagon, welcome aboard sir. I will probably not keep you alive, but we'll see. I don't have a bad track record. Okay, and there's a few things thinking about it that we need to do with Mr. Decagon at the same time. So we did, these restrictions are kind of fine. I might stick in a bit more joy for people. Not sure. Perhaps, you know, I think I will. I think we're going to go with, because everyone's a bit angry at the moment. So we'll stick a whole line of joy in for everybody. The other thing I didn't do was any of this stuff. So we got just more people that are good at growing. I mean, that's not a bad thing, I suppose. It means we can potentially turn some other people off those sort of tasks. And what else should we do? More mining is not a bad thing. Cleaning and hauling is not a bad thing. Low priority art. No cooking. Really low priority construction repair. I think that works. And then finally, you sir, I do not want using my good meds. There is a decent question with Decagon as well, with the abrasive, that we... Yeah, I think I'll do that now, while I remember. So what I'm going to do is shift the joy periods to different times so that basically they're intentionally separated. And I might even have sleep a bit later, take a couple of hours out there, so that basically everything Decagon does is offset, all on the basis that Decagon is the abrasive person, and that is a pain. Next thing we need to do is look at an iguana, because you guys keep... Look, it's male. I don't know. Sometimes I do get things right. Not very often, but sometimes. The next thing is we're going to do something... Alright, I'm going to get rid of these. I have a plan for up there. And I also have a new plan for down here. This sapper trap, I'm not sure it's a convincing sapper trap. It's got too many defenses in it. I think this should become a new way in and out of the base with another snake at the bottom. This, of course, all comes inside the fold and becomes extra space. And then over here, this is where our new sapper trap is, because it's sort of working for infestations, maybe, but I think it could also work quite nicely for sappers. And then maybe we put another one on the other side up here, so they've got kind of two places they might want to go to. What else we got? We got a heater we don't need. Need to fix our animal zones. Get away from my food, because of course while you can't walk on it, you can still eat the damn stuff. And then iguana's correct, animal raid's correct. Yep, everything is as it should be. Cool. Go. Right, the other thing, this. Minimum crafting skill. I don't know what our minimum crafting skill actually is, but yeah, and I'm going to do a few less. I might have been a bit overboard on the sniper style of things. So that's fine. And then we might move on to, I don't know, helmets, something like that. And then in here, I think, smelt metal from weapon. So, nope. This way around. Come on. Thank you. Awful to pour. And for the time being, just melee. Actually, no. For the time being, just melee. Worry about, these can all be sold, but the melee weapons are often made out of interesting stuff. So that's going to get rid of anything that's bad and made of something cool, like jade, for example. Steel's not so interesting, but yeah, that's what I thought. Lots of plasteel. So that should be alright. I also want to shift you down into the fridge. I think that might be more sensible. And get someone like Addy to come and actually do some building. I don't know why that's taking so long, but it really is. Nope. Get back down there, sir. Now, sandstone, let's get that done. And I also want bets they block themselves in. I also want to add another bedroom on. I need a few of these, hence the need to expand this direction. And also sandstone door. Might as well be almost at the top there. These all need deconstructing. We have to put somewhere new for the animals now, but for the time being, I'm going to put them through this stockpile, which is, I think, hay? More food. Yes, which we aren't making any of, so ditch that. Need to make our medical room bigger as well. It's another thing I've noticed. And maybe the answer is to move the medical room. It does waste a lot of silver is the only thing. So maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe the answer is to expand the medical room into one of the nearby rooms, and in doing so get a cut through. Because this is all a bit one long block now. So yeah, we expand it down, we put a cut through in for easy access across, and in doing so give ourselves a much nicer medical room, because these guys are angry about cramped environment and so on. I think that makes some sense. Do want to do an egg stockpile. Gotta stop pausing. No, not growing zone. Stockpile zone down here for clear all. This is for eggs. More resources. No. It's under foods, raw foods, animal products. There we go. Unfertilized. That's what we want. It's good. People getting healed up. Who have we got idle? Rimworld running really badly? What's going on here, Rimworld? What have I done to wind you up? This is interesting behaviour. I've never had Rimworld run poorly on me before. Billy has trapped himself in a wall. This could potentially be why. Get him out, guys. Maybe it's just not happy with the fact that someone's like jammed in like that. Yes, and then all of a sudden it's running properly. Yeah, okay. Weird. I actually managed to freak out the code a bit there, apparently. And Eclipse, that's fine. Backup batteries are still on, so that's okay. Right, the reason I was moving these around is because we might as well, as people rightly pointed out in the comments, put wind turbines over them. So if we do that, maybe what's the best layout for this? So you can't really fit an ideal number of... So let's not put any this side, because this side actually fits solar quite nicely. So starting from there, let's run a few of these like that, and then I can put more solar at the end, but that gives us a bit more wind over the top of it as well, rather than just purely the solar, which doesn't necessarily make that much sense. What else is on the list, other than more bedrooms? Yes, obviously, and I think for the time being, let's cancel that. I do kind of want them to do this, but I'm going to cancel that at the same time. And I really want someone to finish the inside for me. Really, really, really. Where is there somebody? Nicola, are you a constructorism? Oh, it's reserved. Gravelfoot is already on the case, so we can watch as they do something like that. I love it. Every time you just have to... I hope this is one of the things they fix in Alpha 14, because Alpha 14 is supposed to be like mostly the gameplay improvements are from this sort of perspective, where they're fixing some of the... just the things that don't necessarily do quite what you want or work quite like you think they should. Just make it a bit more of an enjoyable play experience, because some of this stuff is a bit, I don't know, more sensible. They don't perhaps get themselves stuck inside quite so often. Cool. What else we got? I've actually done a reasonable amount of... because you got some good points, but they tend to be relatively small things, because obviously the big strategy stuff is a much more difficult thing to plan out in a YouTube comment, I think. But what it does mean is that we end up with this sort of scenario where I can actually get through the suggestions really quite quickly. And then, yeah, we're kind of... Alright, now this is basically the point of this. Yeah, they are separate, they just look very similar. My colourblindness cannot tell the difference between those two. Is that this is our lavish meals stockpile. So, clear all meals, lavish. This stockpile doesn't allow lavish. Neither does that one. Neither does that one. And then, in this corner... allowed areas, where are I? Being stupid, because I actually need a new allowed area, don't I? New area. Books. Cool. And shame there's not like a copy paste for the areas. That would be really handy because it's basically going to be the same as allowed, except yeah, it's kind of frustrating because given they have the copy paste for stuff like this, that would be a really neat feature. Because the only difference between this and the Cook's one is it's going to have this corner in it, whereas the allowed one, I'm going to go and like clear this corner out. Okay, so really all I need to do for this is cleared allowed area, Cooks, and we need to... We're not rebuilding the traps, so even that's not an important thing anymore. Okay, in reality the Cooks can go everywhere then, and the only thing I'm going to do is obviously put them on the Cooks, so... Gravelfoot, you're one of them, and Atomic Knob. Chef and Taster. That seems appropriate. Ah! I forgot Olive. Olive's still alive? Holy Christ. Let's grab Olive. That's like majorly impressive. She must be pretty ruined by this point, but hey, all we really need is body parts. I'm normally a bit loath to do the body parts thing because I don't know. I feel like it feels a bit dodgy, feels a bit wrong, but yeah. In this case, friendly chat. Missing a leg. Lazy optimist. Yeah, we have no interest in you particularly. But what we can do is start doing some operations to take some of your parts, like one of your lungs for Horde. Yay! Oh yes, none of these are ever going to get finished, are they? Because you can't walk on a geothermal plant, I imagine. It would make sense to me that you can't walk on a geothermal plant. God knows why you should. Okay, so this bit down here needs to wait while they finish off the last few other bits that are going on. Then we'll get an entrance in and out and around the back and so on to speed everything up. But it does mean that quite soon I want to be doing this wall setup around the outside here as well. So sandstone, let's put this back on again, but bigger. It's a lot of wall. Critical alert, severe illness, Olive. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Is anyone doing anything about it? Kieran's not asleep, because this is Kieran's bed. Oh, someone is doing something about it. Cool. Sort of. Where's Kieran off to? I bet you he's, like, feeding the Thrumbo or something. Kieran, sir? Oh, no, you are there. Doing recruitment stuff. That's cool. Right, these few bits and bobs are looking alright. Take a moment to gaze at my list. Pretty good. How's weapon production going? What's Nicola's actual skill? Because this might be a bit of a problem. No, has 8. I assume it's crafting, or does it count as smithing? I mean, they're both 8 in the end, and didn't I restrict the bench to 8? To 7 even. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's going to go. We need more marble. Need more marble. Without people having to go miles away from base to get it as well. Is there anything close by? This is all sort of reasonably close. Get it inside. The sandstone's looking relatively solid at the moment. These guys are still doing plasteel, which is cool. We do want some of that. Heart is going to be hard. Mick. Oh. It's like guaranteed, pretty much. Pretty much. Dragon. Yug. Well, I mean, at least they're productive. Straight on it. I guess that's just due to lack of marble that they get straight on this. Can you drop those stones back where you got them from, please? Oh dear. What we got in the cargo boards? Slate. Fair bit of slate as well. But probably not enough to warrant a trip the entire way across the map for a rock that we're not really... Really? That was necessary, was it? Jürgen, can you mine? Yes. Jürgen, mine your way out of the stupid hole you got yourself into. Yeah. Nope. And the rest of it. Then you can go and eat your meal now that you're free of the place you got yourself trapped in. I don't know if that's because they attempt to stay on the inside as far as the colony is concerned, like the sort of internal area. So down here, how to make this into a more sensible... Because we're going to have a cut through with this, so... Do I expand it down a bit? Do we start the snake? We probably start the snake from there, so we sort of... This comes out a bit to give us turret range. Let's have a look at what the turret range will be from there. It's going to need to be further than that in reality. Only a little bit. Maybe, instead of like that, which seems a bit of a silly layout given where we want to exit this, maybe we have the turrets on the side here and we do it sideways. We always have it, so I'm just thinking we've got a way out sort of top right, so we'll have a way out kind of bottom left. So turrets down this side and the snake is sort of here. So in reality, you sort of cancel that and this continues across this way. Let's cancel and do some planning while things continue to run. So I'm thinking like up to like there. Then this comes nicely across. From here is kind of where our snake is. So I guess you guys can imagine what a snake looks like. You've seen one already. So yeah, we have our snake here. We have our doorways for our colonists to get in and out, like say here. So they can intercept. Now this does leave them, that does let people out right at the edge of the map. So the chances of catching them again is low. So do we flip this whole thing on its head? Snake this end? Perhaps that makes sense. Because we can put our exit anywhere we want. Bit of breakdown, that's not too bad. So yeah, okay, let's look at it from the perspective that we snake this side instead. So it's a bit close to the base. The only thing. Marriage is on, cargo pods. Okay, first of all, cargo pods. With berries in. Relatively close, but we don't need berries. Marriage is on, atomic nom, and wow. 2 whole days into the colony, and Nicola's already getting married. GG, bro. You work fast. You work fast, sir. I've noticed that for no reason at all. Now, none of that can be smooth, so let's go sandstone tile. That can quite happily all be tiled in there. Temperatures are looking alright. Still failing to recruit people. How is Olive doing? Got a bit of malnutrition, but has actually recovered from the other stuff. So, what are we going to have? Let's start off with the lung. This is gonna wind people up, but let's start off with a lung. Did we have anyone that can actually do this without winding themselves up? So we need someone with we had someone with bloodlust, I'm sure of it. Yeah, masochist doesn't do it. We need bloodlust. Surely. I'm just making it up, aren't I? Okay, we don't have someone with bloodlust. Oh well, screw that. Then Kieran's going to do it and get really angry. Yeah, down here. Yeah, it's sort of a bit weird this way around because it needs to extend from the edge of the base to be a bit safer. So say we go down to there and then from here that needs to go across as well. And then from here we do a bit of snaking. And then set up ourselves a nice turret line down here with some room behind for the colonists. Have a way in and out of this sort of here perhaps, so we can catch them easily just on the side or even just here. So it's nice and easy to get in and out, and of course this will all be hooked onto the inside of the base, and therefore safer than it appears at this point. Something like that. I probably won't do that this episode, so let me know what you think, folks. Yeah. Is Olive getting ready for her operation? It's already happened. So let's have a look. What's people thinking? Someone's organ harvested. Yeah. We knew that would be a deal. Mood is so-so. It is getting late, so shifts are about to end. Just want to keep an eye on what people are about, because we're also making them do a lot of this at the moment. These long journeys that mean that they extend their shifts out big style. You know, it's not a terrible thing, but it's not a great thing. Right, here's a mistake has been made, because we need actually beds down in here. Oh, God, fail. Try doing it right. Try actually clicking. And standing lamp. Sure. I might start putting some plants in people's bedrooms. Because I noticed, I was looking around pre-episode with this stuff, and actually the wealth and sort of niceness of these rooms isn't that great at this point. So there's something to be said for perhaps sprucing things up a little bit. Let's get rid of that again. Let's also... Can we smooth the whole thing in here? Nice. Good. So yeah, I think that might be a way. Mad animal. A local iguana has gone mad. Is that the one I've got marked for taming? It's one of the ones I've got marked for taming. So yeah, there was a female in there too, but there was a male. What are you planning on doing? Is there any? There's not even anyone outside. It's like night time. Is quiet, Mr. Iguana. What is your plan? I'm wandering over, and then enter the snake. Then go back out of the snake, and run around. Then run around. Okay, Manhunter, little confused, and then it runs out. That's kind of fine. It may be that this little sandbag here is actually confusing things. Good thing I remembered, because I had actually kind of forgotten. We could do with filling in some of these gaps, and they might as well be with these rather than doors for the time being, till I work out exactly what's happening and what I want to do in there. Raid! Hey, tribespeople! Yes! We haven't had a tribespeople raid yet for, like, God knows how long. Look at them all. Various. I wish it could give you a number, like various X. Like 48 people in this group. Cool. Is anyone anywhere silly? No. Straight back to the usual. So, everyone on to raid. Animals. I mean, we don't need to change the iguana. So, everybody but the iguana on animal raid. Iguana can stay down where it is. And let's have a look around. Everything weird. Let's get these done. Check nobody is outside. Nope, we're clear. Come, tribespeople of goodness, come. Yes, Rimworld's starting to go, 3 times speed with this. Not great. Max, can you actually hot-foot it off in that direction for me? Kinda need someone to trigger those doors. Thank you. Okay, now, they will not take too long to get in here. Maybe attacking sandstone door. I think he's going for that one. They will not take too long to get in here, so let's do what we should. Max has no weapon. Terrible. We got a club of some sort that might be worthwhile for you, sir? Surely we got a club by this point. Alright, well, at the very least go and wear that. Savvy is good, you can get outside. Addy is good, get outside. I think you 3 are also good, but let's have a quick check. Yep. Nice selection of charge rifles. Nicola, good, outside. Decagon. Another one with a shield and no melee weapon, and potentially a shield that isn't as good as it could be after that last batch of shields we had come in. Because, for example, it is good. What's this one like? That's 57 as well. It's 58. Okay, maybe I take it back. Maybe that shield is pretty good. In which case, let's get you a weapon. We have no... I need to make some clubs. It's as simple as that. We've got no decent clubs. So for the time being, get a sword at least. Ash, you're equipped outside. Jürgen, Nom, outside. You're already going to be equipped. Gravelfoot, all good. Kieran, how did you recruit Albert? I don't think that's a great idea. However, neither is just drafting Kieran. We need to draft Kieran, move him inside, and then redraft him so that the animals don't follow us out. And Mick and Amber. Mick, good. Amber, good. Let's get you outside, sir. Sirs. That's it. That's everyone. Oh, no, it's not. Billy. Advance. Alright, Kieran. Do that again, please. Oh, hello. They're really not keen on seeing my way in as a way in anymore. I might need to remove that sandbag or something, because something's not working quite as intended there. I mean, I probably can make them run away before anything bad happens. Let's get Gravelfoot and the other melee guys down there, just in case. Max is getting a better shield. Hodor's an idiot. These guys are probably going to go and whack on that bit, which is kind of fine. There are 6 turrets down there if they do decide to get through. Battery life. Our power situation's looking kind of low. I'm wary to turn too much on, just in case. Amber down there. Atomic Nom. First ones are coming in. These guys are not making much progress. They're just randomly bashing on the outside of the base. Kind of as you'd expect. People are getting handed by the turrets. Colonist needs treatment. Ash. So yes, in reality, maybe I should have had a whole line of guys further back. Everyone down here has given up and has decided that this is indeed the way to go. I can't really have much impact on this combat now. It is just shoot the fools, shoot them as much as we possibly can. What we could do with more turrets and more reliability for them actually choosing to go down this way. They're going to take out a turret. Some of these turrets are getting hit a fair bit because of the range. Should really have maybe a survival rifle loadout for face defense like this. Everyone else has given up on trying to get into the base in other locations and has come round to the Death Snake. I think it might be a good idea in which case to get Gravelfoot and co in there. Max, wonder what route he's going to take. Yes, that's what I figured. Colonist needs rescue. Eldred has taken a nasty hit there. Let's go. Actually, where's Amber? She'll be in this pile somewhere. Amber, can you rescue Eldred, please? This is quite a painful little engagement. Okay, so Mick, Addy, Ash. Addy, Mick. Where's Ash? I'm blind. There's Ash. You guys back on the case until you can. You guys just come outside and start hamming on people. Decagon is incapable of violence. Okay, that would explain what the issue here is. Let's just drop that then, shall we? And in fact, I am going to rename you with NV at the end, so that I remember, and I should do that with Kieran as well. As the colony gets bigger, I think that sort of stuff might end up coming kinda handy. You go melee some stuff. Max, you coming? You're coming, but with still no actual weapon. I am not good. on earth? Plasteel Gladius. Plasteel, though. Let's keep hold of that. More plasteel. Let's go and get a longsword. For the time being. Ash. Consuming package survival meal. No, mate. Go rest. Mick. Consuming package survival meal. Yeah, how about you go rest as well? Addy. Removing armor vest, carrying armor vest. And Addy wants to go and do something with his armor vest. Alright. How badly hurt was Addy? Actually not great. Cracked spine. Which one's Addy's bed? Apparently rest and heal on bed, not an option. Would have to turn it to medical, which is okay. Decagon, get back here. Not sure sending Gravel out there on her own is a great idea. So instead, holy damn, what a mess. Well, we got some clubs. Need to up the firepower. What I didn't do, the problem with this setup is the turrets are too close to the entrance of the snake. So what I might actually do is expand the snake out. Because at the moment this geothermal is kind of in an awkward location. I might move this entire snake this way a bit so I can fit more turrets in and get more distance. Because what you don't want is them to be able to sort of stop and come out en masse like that. Okay, a few more things to unforbid. And then there's the question of, is there anyone worthwhile? We don't actually have any options because we don't have any prisoner beds. So, from that perspective, even if it was worthwhile, Trigger Happy Fast Walker is actually pretty good. No real skills, and the tribesmen are almost impossible to recruit, so whatever, we got nowhere to put them. Ooh, we had another one. Wasp. Wasp the Shaman, Prostophile, incapable of dumb labour. God, why is everyone incapable of dumb labour? What is it about that? Gravel, no. Decagon, no. Hold open. Hold open. Let the last of them out. Cargo pods, what did they end up being? Bit of boom rat leather right out there. Fine. Rest of you, piss off. Who's injured here? Jurgen? Nope. That blood just appeared from somewhere. Alright, and reconnect. Interestingly enough, the tribesman raid is the most dangerous so far. Lots of people needing treatment. Amber, back on normal behaviour. Aha! Kieran, no relaxing search socially. Lots of treating. Radio Radish going for a walk. I thought you were moving a bit slowly there. I was like, ooh. And while I'm at it, Kieran, sir, let's do as I mentioned and put. We know Kieran's not capable of violence, but we're going to put it there anyway. And then we're going to make sure he treats people. Is that the same old iguana? Yes. Just going where it fancies. Cool, so all allowed. Horde, where are you? Where you gone, Horde? There he is. And finally, Gravelfoot Chef, Nom Chef, Animals, Default. Nice. Where has Kieran? Get with the program, bro. People needs the treatment. Is that it? Mick's foot. But that apparently was it, yes. So. Already doctoring Ash, good. Yep, Mick is pissed, and wasn't there... Yes, Addy was the last one hurt, but cool, he's getting done in his own bed. Do need to get this up and running when we get the opportunity to. But yes, that's interesting to see that we've got to a point now where they literally just go wherever the hell they fancy. at this point I might as well mine all that stuff out, because it looks like we're going for the full size down there. Lots of people getting taken there. Seems a bit unnecessary, but fine. A couple of people just bleeding to death outside. There's much we can do about that. Where's Gravelfoot? Gravelfoot, can you just go and whack these guys to death for me? We don't really have anywhere to put them at the moment, so... Good stuff. Then just a pile of bodies waiting to get cremated, surely. Get that cremation done, guys. To the thing. Rather than just a stack of bodies outside. This is running, right? Do forever. Yeah. It's running. They just consider that to be a higher priority for some reason. You gotta be kidding me. Bro, of the choices of places, yet you did observe a corpse. Damn right you did. That's a bit mind-blowing. Fine. Go for that then. Alright, we're starting to get some of the power out there done, so that's cool. This is all a bit unnecessary, but so be it. Let's make sure it's within home zone as well. Lots of failing to recruit. We have got some difficult people in there. 2.8. I mean, as much we can do. Doesn't look like it, aside from making these bigger. At least 2 of them are not about to run off. We should do Hodor's Lung while we got the opportunity. Sir. Add bill. Install lung. Left lung. How do you amputate a lung? That seems like the wrong phraseology, but who am I? I have no idea what the right phraseology should be for removing someone's lung. Sounds fairly gruesome, however you look at it. One person waiting operation. Olive, what else can we get from you? Not much, really. We could take one of your kidneys still, but I think we might be in a good idea soon. Just accept a lung. She's missing a leg already, so yeah, accept a lung and let them go. I think that might be the overall plan. Are these doggies gonna actually? I think at a late stage. Just wondering. At some point, it'd be nice. They actually got around to actually giving birth. Right, that statue. Where's it gone? Is this the nice one? This is a nice one. Let's get you down there. Were there any other statues kicking around? Oh, we got the poor one that I think we're going to sell because it's just not worth it. Plenty going on in there. Why is there a growing zone in the middle of this? Random. Not intentional. Prison break. Have we got anyone nearby with suitable weaponry? What do you got? A pillar. A pillar is the long range one, if I remember rightly. And Albert, you were... weren't you... No, you weren't the family member. Beautifully brawling night owl. Missing a thumb. Because we could, to be honest, just give you some hell with the turrets. We don't have anyone melee nearby. Could try and melee you with Amber and Co, but that seems like a poorly thought out move. Whoa! That's also not great. Screw it. You asked for this. Amber, run away. Atomic Nom, stay where you are. Albert, sorry. Xavier, get back there, please. Yes. Sorry, bro. Are you going to survive? You are. What have we done to you? We removed an index finger. Took a headshot, but nothing apparently long term. Fine. Right. Cannot arrest. Reserved by someone else. Taking wounded prisoner Albert. Okay. Apparently they handle that on their own. If he's an escapee. I like how we got a little red flash for the visitors there, because I still had the other one open. Silver components, nutrient paste. Yeah, not a huge amount. We're coming all the way over here. Is it worth nicking the dromedary leather? Possibly not. Just stocking up on plasteel. Should really remove one of your legs, Mr. Albert. Stop you doing that again. Do not approve. We can't. Are we full on stockpile space? Partly because this orbital trade beacon is broken. I guess what we'll have to do then is trade with these guys coming in so that we can sell some stuff. Where are you? I'm blind. Ah, there they are. Kieran. Oh, vaguely convenient. Go trade. Cool. Starting work outside. Who's exhausted? Billy. Whoa, look at all the stuff. They've got 100. Oh, for God's sake. Well, we'll take your components. You've got anything else? Oh, you've got the meds we need to finish off. Well, not quite the meds. You're missing one med. But we will take those, because at least then we can sell you some of this rubbish. Frag grenades, no. Look at it. It's just no end of trash. Might as well get rid of the bows, if nothing else, because they're quite just. That's all of it. Oh well, it frees up some space, in theory. In theory. In reality, not so much. Just need no end of storage. I think the answer is going to be more visitors. Nice. Madog, the Luddite. And Kieran needs to go back outside again to talk to Madog. These guys drop the stuff we buy where we bought them. Yeah, of course they do. Thing is, they're no longer coming inside, so unfortunately we're going to have to go and find them. No, I wanted you to have medicine. Screw it. Well, again, we'll take your components and thus get rid of a few more of the weird weapons that we've managed to acquire. 60, one more maybe. Got a remarkably large amount of some pretty decent stuff as well, thinking about it. That gets rid of all the tribesmen stuff, so let's get rid of some of these pistols as well. 75. Yeah, whatever. We'll lose a bit of silver. Has that earned us? That's earned us like a slot or two in the stockpiles, and that's it. Because of all these clothes. Which I guess are going to be being burnt apparel. So this is all normal. Let's add another bill. Burnt apparel. This one's forever. Clear all, but this is burning like tribal wear, basically. Just get rid of the tribal wear. Who's infected? Albert. That's what happens when you run away. Did we allow him to have decent meds? Well, those ones. That'll do. Let's, like, Olive literally, we've removed a lung. We could take a, do we take a kidney? Is everyone still suffering from that debuff? Yes. Alright, we'll have to wait a little bit. Don't want to do too much all at the same time. maybe I'll have to think about how we're going to do this thing a bit better as well, because apparently we've got too big. So cancel that, in fact. So all that's really going to happen is from here, instead of ending where it does, let's deconstruct that. It's going to come up and then just snake more slowly. And we'll move these doors somewhere else. Yeah, I think so, because I think what I'll do is hook this into the base itself down the back and then actually use it as a heating mechanism for our prisoner quarters as they grow. But for now, that does a bit of a job of extending the snake. I'm going to get rid of that sandbag. Or am I? No, I'm not. Or do I get rid of the silly door that we've never used because we tend to just try and fight the animal raids? What's happened? There's a fire. No, don't play billiards. Put the damn fire out. No, don't consume simple meal. Put the damn fire out. There we go, a bit better. I think mostly the issue there was we just lost our main power for a bit. Right, here. We can fill these with solar generators up to the walls, because we need more power right now, honestly. Everything is a bit tight. Let's just check internal turrets are definitely off. They are. Another raid. Tribespeople, they are attacking immediately. That's a lot of tribespeople. Where are they coming from this side? This time? Oh, that side. Okay. Radish is on like a collision course. Where are you off to? Nope. Nope. Everyone on raid. Animals on animal raid. Radio Radish. Time to change your mind about what you're up to. Quick toggle to draft them back makes them do exactly that. And Kieran hopefully is awake somewhere internally. Cool. We can draft you briefly to bring all the animals inside, because I noticed that MJ is outside over there, for example. That should be good. Now there's a question of how do we do this that means that it goes better than last time. More survival rifles, I think, and then we line people up at the back so the turrets are taking the pounding. Dragon, can you quickly just run in there and close those doors? Let's go and grab some more long-range weaponry. So I need a better armory, because I need survival rifles available now too, in my opinion. For this, where the rapid fire is more important than the range. Eldred's not incapable of better at shooting, but then has a really good personal. No. Not appropriate. Survival rifle that is in good condition. We really only got two. Where's the other one? There it is. We've apparently only got two that are in even half decent nick. Those guys are busy getting jiggy. How long that's going to take? It's not going to take them very long to get down here. Let's get everyone in place straight away. Gravelfoot, you can kind of chill because we're going to react to what they get up to as they do. Nom, sniper rifle. Nicola, sniper rifle. Xavier, Jurgen, up here direct. Max up there. Mick up there, definitely because you're slow. Billy as well. Decagon's not violent. We could try out a triple rocket launcher. Or if we still had that minigun. Sorry, I'm literally just saying that to wind people up. A poor charge rifle when you could have a much better one. that looks to be everybody but Tim here. Come on, sorry, I know you're eating, but get up there anyway. And of course Radish, who can run back there and straight up and be responsible for shutting these, which means the dragon can in fact go and move straight into position. Cool. People on the go. Kieran, sir, you're going to need to go inside and bring all the animals to you, because I don't particularly want them outside in the middle during a raid. Let's redraft you just there. That's good. Eldred's dropped his shield and should grab a sniper rifle. You two need to come outside. Who else is just doing random stuff because I got them to do survival rifles without drafting them? Just Ash? Slightly surprising, but okay. MJ's going to make it in time, I assume? Yep. Not sure where they're headed. Looks a bit suspicious, in my opinion. Eldred, get back around here, please. You guys going where I want you to? Yeah, you kind of are. That's okay. So, Max, my friend, you really want to go and be with Gravel, wherever Gravel ended up. Okay, so charges get the proper defense spots. They are doing some weird stuff. Yes, the defences are starting to fail in the face of a much larger base. I swear I equipped some survival rifles, and yet none of those people have survival rifles. Did I then equip the same guys with snipers? Almost certainly. Good job. Is it too late to do anything about that? Also, most certainly. Don't know what these guys think they're doing. It's like their pathfinding's confused or something. Like, really kind of freaked out. Oh, maybe they're going around the back to start whacking on the power. Let's just have a quick check on that. Yeah, wind turbine. Just winning and attacking wind. Okay, so some of them are going for the power around the back at the moment because it's not protected. That's kind of to be expected. This, I think, has become a juicy target because it's so relatively undefended. Yeah, no time for anything else. Tim can go there to try and buff up what little we have. Mix of ranges seems to be working out a bit better, except for the fact that these guys at the back here are getting a pretty easy run of things. No colonists hit yet. Lots of turret hits, of course. Yep, need more turrets. These guys are going to flee soon, surely. It's a... Oh! That went off like that. There was no warning, no time. Oh, how are people looking? Lots of shredding. Lots of shredding. Remarkably okay. I need these guys a better... We're going to move this whole wall back. That's what we're going to do. This whole wall section is going to come back a bit. Give these guys a better place to sit further back so that they don't have to be by the turrets. That was far too close. Rescue Nicola. Amber, where are you? Not spottable in the group, which is weird. What did I do with Amber? Or am I just being blind? Amber's just sitting in the room with a survival rifle. Helpful. Helpful. Well, I mean, at this point, we might as well just be doing what we can to sort things out. They had one person trying to bash in the side, really? Rescue Eldred and Kieran like that. Radio Radish as well, and let's get Radio Radish up on Doctor high priority for a bit. Anything else sensible? Let's see. Xavier isn't hurt. Isn't hurt. Pretty badly hurt. Pretty badly hurt. Radish, no, not a good plan. Kieran, no, not a good plan. Just let the turrets finish these guys off. Atomic Nom, where the hell do you think you're going? They're so keen to just run out in front of things. Cool, is that everybody? I think so. Tribesmen are my weakness. I don't believe it. Tribesmen are the weakness at the moment. It's just not enough firepower to hold them back. That's ridiculous. Rescuing Nicola. Cool. So we got some rescuing going on. Kieran and Radio are going to go straight onto that. And look at the number of people out here. Is there any way I can get some capturing on the... Do we temporarily turn this into a prison room? Maybe we do. Because, yeah, there's so many of them. If I capture and release, at the very least, we can make them friendly. You know, if we release these guys, we have half a chance of getting Trunker of the Mesa to not send huge tribal raids at me. So, yeah, I think what we're going to do... And, you know, there's a lot of opportunities here for... Taking simple meal, yeah, okay. A lot of opportunities here for all sorts. Mick. You weren't hurt, right? Yeah, you weren't hurt. Nom was. Ash wasn't. Cool. Radish and Kieran I don't want to give jobs. Addy has a job and isn't hurt. Dragon isn't hurt. Might as well let her finish consuming the meal. Hurry up. Right, next up, who else we got here? Gora is reserved by Mick. Let's go with Rat then. And again, just a raft of stupid weapons sitting outside the front of the base. I think we will probably have to burn all of this stuff. Right, these guys are both down here. You two can both go back to normal. Kieran, where are you at? Radish, no. Go treat. Kieran, no. Go treat. Gravelfoot, chilling. Jurgen, quite clearly hurt. Get in bed. This has got to be missing one med now. Seriously. Or is someone using them? Interesting, we operated on Horde with no meds. Actually, I know, I think you have to have meds for an operation. So is it one of these guys? No, I swear we had more than that. Well, that's literally captured everybody, so... Could go terribly wrong, could not. We're going to have to quite quickly at least make this place not god-awful for people. Install random chair. Install random table. What else have we got that we can just stick down because it's in storage? We've got a lamp that's going to go down. Got a couple of statues. Good. Oh, that's the one that needs to be installed and hasn't been yet. And as these guys come in, we're going to need to be... Let's have a look. Well, you're not looking good, are you? Missing an arm, but that's fine. Meds-wise, 134 herbal, so I think everyone gets pretty much the same treatment here. Be good training, if nothing else, and the goal is to either harvest or release. Missing an arm and a leg. Ouch. Ouch. Not good times for you. Not good times for you. What about Camino? Missing a leg. Everyone's missing bits. Jogging green thumb. Quite good. The door is freaking out a bit. Those guys quite clearly ran through a door that was not actually open. And finally... Some of these aren't as hard to recruit as I would have thought. Just gunshots there on a trigger-happy, fast-walking neurotic. Ooh. I want Gubia. Fast-walking neurotic is like favourite combo, basically. Tending to combo. Can we treat Jurgen first? Do colonists before we do anything else. What are you doing? Cleaning blood. Oh, okay. Thought for some reason Max was doing some treatment. I was like, that's not how it should be. So yes, that was not great. So let's get the turret back down again and then immediately go sandstone wall down there, up there. We're going to break down the rest and this can come in a bit from there. And given this is all outside at the moment, isn't it? Yep. Let's do that immediately to give ourselves the room. I can double up that wall if need be, but yeah, that's not how those things should be going. Ooh, we do have one person left to capture. Ash, what are you doing? Cremating. Capture Mole. Oh, we ran out of prisoner beds. Oh, there's someone en route. Okay, I was just thinking that looks like an empty prisoner bed, but no, fine. Where are you going with that meat, doll? Oh, hauling. Fair play. Where is stockpile zone 4? Are we full down in the main fridge, or...? Why would you be putting it there? That's slightly odd. This is priority important. Are they... Of course they can't... The animals can't take it in there. That's why. Doll. Interesting. I don't think there's anything I can do about that either. It's just a choice between animals not being able to haul for those sort of guys or allowing them to just freely chomp away on whatever food you're making. Well, Christ, that was a bit of a heavy one. We are going to have to release some of these folks. Decent chance of a prison break going on down here, but at least I've got a pair of turrets up there just in case. Massow has given birth to Orange. Aww, little Orange. Animals, Orange, Husky Puppy, and Blotto. Orange and Blotto. Orange and Blotto can stay on Animal Raid, honestly, yeah. Which also, that's a good point. People did point this out to me. Clear allowed area, Animal Raid. No bedrooms. Not even a little corner of a bedroom. Good. And to be fair, let's not have you going out here either. There is absolutely no need for that. But you can come and join the iguanas if you want. Do a full circuit. How very exciting. Nice. Okay, so hopefully everyone comes through that medically. I don't think we got any permanent injuries aside from a cut off toe. It's just a bit of a nasty one. Taught us a nasty lesson about not having our colonists too close to the front lines, I think. Need to hold these doors open again because everyone's taking forever to get in there. Could do with getting someone to finish off Mole. shield coming online? Whose shield? Ah, does it do it on the floor? It's all a bit weird. Don't know. What time are we at? I've probably gone way too long on this episode. It feels like I have. And to be fair, this is a good place to end because we've got a bit of progress. I kind of cleaned stuff out. We've had one hell of a fight or two this episode, which is pretty interesting. And then finally, we've got this whole thing down. Damn it, I should have been onto those. Anyone nearby? Doubt Kieran will make it in time. Where are you, man? Kieran's not going to make it in time, is he? But that is a good point, because what I was talking about is the way in and out of the base down here. Oh, Kieran will make it in time, because they're not running off. Kieran, we can end the episode on a quick trade with Uncle's Town, because Uncle's Town love us, because we're the friendly guys. But yeah, not so bad. I'd really like to see what people's thoughts are on how to lay out this bottom corner, because I do want an exit and entrance down there, but it's how to go about doing it. Awesome. The meds we need to finish that bed. That is pretty much all I was bothered by, and then of course we can do a good job of selling all of the stuff we just picked up from these guys. Stop us from having to haul it if nothing else. Anything else silly in there? 360. Oh yeah, way oversold. Damn it. 260, that'll do. I'll help. Kieran, just take the medicine with you while you go. We can get another medical bed up, because this is starting to become a bit of a pain as well, in my opinion. Otto Jr. needs treatment, as he always does. And yeah, there you go, folks. Pretty good episode, I think. Cass has got angry with me of late. I think we're having a good amount of fight in every episode. And the colony's just about hanging on, but we've certainly got some lessons to learn as far as how to set up out here, and definitely the fact that we need some more firepower. We need to be moving this back and adding some more stuff here, I think. But we do also have a bunch of new prisoners that are looking alright, and hopefully we can release those to try and avoid the tribal raids in the future, because they're just so very pointless. All you do is get a shitload of clubs. Speaking of clubs, actually, that's one thing perhaps I should be paying a bit more attention to, is getting our melee folks. The few melee folks we have, like Horde here. Hold on, my man. Look, what we got here? We've got good clubs for you, but you're not going to have a good one. You can just have a normal marble. And then gravel and whoever the other guy, Max. Max. I'm doing this now because I'll only forget at the start of the next episode. Max. This is the point where you get enough colonists, you start wanting the EDB thing. Max, man, go grab one of the good ones. Granite. I know I'm going to wake him up, but whatever. Gravelfoot. Also going to wake up Gravelfoot and disturb both of them, because I'm a nice guy like that. You can have some slate. Only because now we've not got the bladed weapons issue, which, to be honest, is a bit of a pain. Let's hold that door open as well, speed things up. This will almost be inside soon. Yeah, which is a bit of a pain, so there we go. Right, I'm not bothered with infections amongst them, and I'm going to pause it to make sure I actually finish up. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. As usual, if you enjoyed, hit that like button. If you didn't like, you know where dislike is, but also give me some idea of how to improve. And otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, folks. I will catch you next time.